Okay, Ms. Fletcher, so verify again. Where were you last Wednesday between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.?
I was at home watching TV.
Anyone to verify that?
No, I was at home alone.
Okay, and to verify again, how do you know Jackie Goodbar?
She's my stylist.
Is that so? Because we questioned Jackie Goodbar and she claims to not know you.
Well, I mean, maybe it's someone else. Sometimes I forget these names.
Is that so? Okay. And you stated in our last interview that you had interactions with Anita Frosting. Can you define what you mean by interactions?
Oh, we would just pass each other. We maybe would have said hello. I know I've seen her around, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the ordinary. We found your hair at the salon.
I do have a lot of hair. You'd find it a lot of places.
Yes, in Jackie Goodbar's brush, but she claims you're not her client. You're not a client of hers. In fact, she claims to not know who you are.
Well, I don't know why she would have a brush with my hair then. You should ask her.
Thank you.
No problem. I hope you find whatever happens to... Who was it, did you say, Anita? I hope you find what happens to her.
One question, lastly.
No problem.
Is it possible that you had any arguments with Anita Frosting? Like during those interventions, do you recall any arguments with her?
Well, I believe that Anita had some opinions that were a little disagreeable. You know, I mean, a lot of people didn't like the things that she said, so I might have spoken up once or twice.
Like what?
These things.
Yeah, can you give an example?
An example, please.
I have a lot of love for the way that we deal with animals. And I think that they're important in our society, and I think that some people don't understand the way that we should treat them, and I think Anita was possibly one of those people.
And did you guys have a disagreement about your two different viewpoints on animals?
I tend to speak up when I see something that I don't agree with. So I might have there may have been a time or two. It's not very memorable though.
And do you have an animal yourself?
Oh, of course I love it.
Is it possible that in the day of the attack that you were at the beauty salon, because since your fingerprints were found in the scene, your hair was found in the scene, in which we know that the beauty salon cleans the salon every day, so it's not going to be something they're old. So is it possible that you were there at the salon, you saw something that you did not like, and you decided to say something or do something about it?
I mean, wouldn't anyone who saw something that was so cruel speak up about it?
Maybe
So
it
what
wasn't
did you see?
entirely your fault. Like, what did you see?
I mean, there are plenty of things that might happen at a salon that would be something you wouldn't want to see. I don't know that I would say that I did anything.
But maybe you spoke up on behalf,
Spoke on
like
something?
plenty of things such as what?
Oh, I mean, we don't, like I said, we had a lot of disagreements, and so there might be something that got me a little angry.
Like what?
Well, you might. We disagreed. That it was. She didn't tend to act the way I think she should. So in the end,
How do you feel she should act? How did she act that you didn't like?
I'm not. It's getting really hazy. I don't really remember a lot of what happened. I was pretty sure that I wasn't even there at all.
You were pretty sure, but like
But
a
your
minute
DNA
ago
was
you
found
told
in
us that you were at your house watching TV, and now you're telling us that stuff could have happened at the salon that could have got you angry.
Well, I mean, it's hard to remember what day those things were happening. Maybe it could have been from some other time. My DNA. Maybe there was I don't know. I want my lawyer.
Are you sure? Because we're not accusing you of anything. We're just trying to piece together the story.
I think that I've really answered a lot of questions that it's hard. It's getting hard now to remember all of these things.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that you know something.
It's okay.
that you don't wanna
we're not
share.
accusing you of anything. We're just trying to get a feel who the victim was and if she may have done something to provoke someone else to do this vicious attack on her.
Because we just want to prove you innocent.
Well, I mean, I obviously was innocent. I mean, anything that would have happened
Yes,
to Anita
she is innocent.
was
You're right.
definitely not something that I did.
You guys, you stated that you guys like had an agreement. Like, did she do something about saying something about animals that maybe you disagreed about?
Like their treatment.
Yeah,
like
I mean
that.
that's generally what I didn't like about Anita. She always treated them poorly, and
Did you witness the treatment? Her treating an animal poorly? Maybe you decided to step in for the animal's sake.
I mean that would make sense, right? Wouldn't anyone stand up for
anyone
our
would. So
poor furry friends?
It wouldn't be your fault if maybe things got carried out of hand.
Yeah, I mean you can't let people abuse animals that way.
Exactly.
I never would.
Exactly. So you were just standing up for the animal.
That's exactly what happened. I think maybe.
That's
So what
exactly
exactly did,
Yeah.
what exactly did you see her do to the animal that got you that you wanted to stand up for them?
Well,
You don't know.
I don't. Are you saying that something happened to an animal there?
Oh no, we're just asking you on your behalf. You claim that you didn't like the way she treated animals, so we're asking if you witnessed any treatment of animals on her behalf.
And we know
Maybe
you
that
were in the
occurred
crime
in the hair salon
scene.
or anything.
And we just want to prove you like you're not the person who.
What I don't believe that I remember witnessing anything in the crime scene. I know that Anita and I had a lot of disagreements, and so we might have just been talking about how much we disagree.
So did your talking get out of hand or anything?
I mean, she.
Were there raised voices, maybe meaningless threats or anything like that? It's
Well,
an argument.
It is an argument, and it's very easy to get angry. So I feel like we were probably speaking maybe out of hand or hastily, but no one meant anything by any of our threats.
So maybe you said something that you didn't actually mean. Anything threatening or.
Yeah, I feel like the tone of the argument might have gotten a little out of hand. She can be very provocative, and so I probably tried to get her to stop by being a little more cruel than I should have with my words, but I certainly didn't do anything.
Oh no.
And
Can
where
you
was
tell
this
us-
argument?
When?
Where?
Oh, well, we usually saw each other in the hair salon, so.
And can you tell us when was this argument?
Sometime
clearly you
last
know a lot.
week. I think the one that you're thinking of happened sometime, maybe midweek.
So you were at the crime scene?
I mean, I've been to the hair
You
salon.
were at the hair salon
Midweek.
the time that Anita was assaulted.
Oh,
you
I
were
didn't know
there-
she was assaulted.
So you were there midweek,
You were
right?
there prior to the assault.
I assume she didn't look very assaulted. When I last left her, she was nice and happy still.
And where was she sitting? Where was she at?
I left while she was still in the salon.
Can you tell me exactly where was your placement in the salon?
Were you having her hair done?
Not necessarily.
Her
I mean,
drying.
we were talking, and I got my things and left.
And were you washing your hair at the time? Was she in the stylist chair? Where was? Can you tell us the position of where you guys were sitting?
I had finished, and so I decided to leave. So I'd already done all of my wash and style, and I was done.
And where was Anita? Was she in the stylist chair? Was she washing her hair?
She was also getting her hair styled at the time. So she was still. I think maybe she was in the wash part. I think I don't quite remember. I was listening more to what she said than actually looking at her. She was fine when I left.
She was fine. And you didn't happen to return or anything like that to the hair salon or anything?
Nope. Went home. Went straight home.
And when was this again? You said you were in the hair salon with her?
Yeah,
When?
sometime in the middle of the week. Last hair appointment. I mean, you can probably check at the salon. They, usually keep records of those things.
Okay, so just a recap. You were at the salon. You and Anita got into a heated argument. Threats were exchanged. You just felt like you were doing something on the animal's behalf. And then after you did your hair, you went about your business and went home.
Yep, straight home.
So you weren't home the entire day.
If it's the day I'm thinking of, I might have gone to the salon first, so that's why I was getting confused.
Are you sure? Because your story is inconsistent and keeps on.
It's confusing. I don't remember a lot
Yeah,
last
you don't
week.
seem to remember a lot. Like,
It's difficult sometimes, so I'm trying to piece it all together.
what do you mean you're trying to piece it all together?
Well, I just that I don't remember my salon visits all that often. I don't keep records of them, so
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to.
yeah.
But it's just odd how you don't know your stylist because Jackie Goodbar really claims
Don't
that
know
you're
you.
not a client of hers.
That's strange. Well, maybe I got her name mixed up. You know, there's a lot of people that I know named Jackie, so it might have been that she actually has another name. You know, you can probably check the salon records and see who my stylist is.
Is it possible that, you know, maybe things got out of hand and like maybe you didn't do anything but you were just protecting the animals, you know?
I mean, you know, I would do whatever it took to protect our little furry friends.
You would do
Like what?
You would go as far as
I mean, someone has to, right? I mean, people don't protect them enough, so someone's got to, and sometimes all people listen to is, you know, being pretty forceful about these things.
But about how far would you go to protect them?
I don't know. I think this is all sort of just a thought experiment. We're talking about it in the hypothetical, so I don't know. It kind of depends on what needed to be done.
so hypothetically speaking, you would go as far as to using force, as to using whatever
Violence?
means necessary, violence, to show that you don't support animals being abused.
Of course. I mean, if that's what it took, then that's what it took.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be back.